Hi, fourth grade. Now we're going to practice setting and plot with a workbook page. You'll find it in your big blue book, first section, page 295. Plot. Okay, the setting and plot. The setting, remember, it's the location, it's the time, or environmental conditions in which a story or a poem occurs. The plot is a series of events that shows characters in action. So the plot usually starts with a character that has a problem, and then there's some rising action, the problem builds, and at the climax, problems are met directly. So the characters meet the problem and try to solve it at the climax. Then, during the resolution, the problem is usually solved and the story ends. Okay, so we're going to read the passage on page 295. I always say it's good to read it twice. So you can go ahead and pause and read it to yourself, and then I will read it with you. Okay, here we go. Jasmine knew her cat was in trouble when she didn't come home. "She's always here for dinner," Jasmine told her mom. "I'm worried." "I'll get the car," said her mom. "No, wait, Mom. I think I know where she is. Let's take our bikes." Jasmine's mom followed Jasmine over the bumpy trails behind their house. When they came to an abandoned rock quarry, Jasmine jumped off her bike and quickly hiked up to a small opening in a rock. There was her cat, stuck without a way down and meowing sadly. "I brought her here on our scout troop hike yesterday," Jasmine explained, and she was curious about what was in this hole. Jasmine's mom smiled. "She never would have found her way back without you." Okay, so let's talk about the problem in this passage. So you probably think the problem would be Jasmine's cat is missing, right? That's the main problem. Jasmine's cat is missing. So that would be a good answer for number 1. Okay, so you're going to write that down. And then let's talk about rising action. Remember, rising action is when the problem builds or the characters are trying to solve the problem in some way. So we know in this passage, Jasmine and her mom do something, right? So here's rising action. Jasmine and her mom search for the cat on their bikes. Okay, that's a good answer for number 2. Let's look at number 3. The climax of this story is when the characters meet the problem directly, and it's the most exciting part. Okay, so how do they solve the problem? Well, they find the cat, right? Jasmine finds her cat in a rock quarry. So a rock quarry is just an area where they dig for rocks, maybe quartz or granite or whatever they need, but it's like a big hole where they're digging for rocks and then they sell them to different places. Okay? Now the resolution is usually the end of the story. When you tie things up, it's usually a happy ending, especially in 4th grade, right? So here's the resolution. Her cat is safe. All right. So I hope that was helpful for completing workbook page 295. All right, see you soon.